Good morning, ladies and gentlemen. I'm meadsyreplays. Welcome back to the channel. In today's video, we are going to look at the Season 5 Tier 8 tank, the Quetzal. I don't even know if that is pronounced right, but that is what we're going to call it, the Quetzal. The Quetzal or the Quetzal. It looks the part. I mean, some people are not going to like the look of this. Some people will like the look of this. Now, personally, I really don't care about made-up tanks. You know, as long as they've got a good gun, as long as they can play, I really don't care if it's a made-up tank, even if it looks like it's stupid. And that is exactly what this tank is. But for a Tier 8 tank, considering we looked at the Tier 7 yesterday, and I didn't think it was too bad, the Tier 8 tank, what is this tank like? Now, of course, we are going to look at this with the full equipment, the full modules. There are going to be a lot of people out there, if they don't spend money on the game, really, probably may struggle to get this fully maxed out. But, you know, let's just have a look at the tank and see if it's actually worth it. So your turret, 207mm of turret armor, which I don't think the turret's too bad, to be fair. You can get sunblock damage with this thing. And your hull is 154. So, of course, you come up against those Tier 9s, and yeah, you may struggle to bounce things on your turret and on your hull. So your DPM is a 1,959, so not too much DPM, to be fair. It could be a little bit better. That is a 10.4 second reload. Your penetration is 232 on your AP, 283 on your heat, and 63 on your HE. You've got a 340 alpha gun, 290 on your heat, and 420 on your HE. Of course, the aim time is not good at 4.3, the same as the gun dispersion, not great at 0.353. You have 7 degrees of gun depression with a top speed of 30 kilometers per hour. Now, the one thing this tank really, I think, really struggles with, and it's one of the downfalls with the tank, and I think if they change just this one thing on the tank, I think it would make the tank so much better. But that is the traverse. Like, it just feels so slow. The armor feels okay, especially if you are a top tier, if you are sort of side scraping, which I have done in a map. I was side scraping and I got like shit ton of bounces. Everyone was bouncing me until an ISU 152 came in front of me and just penetrated me all day long. But yeah, it feels very sluggish. The traverse feels very sluggish. Even the turret traverse doesn't feel too bad. The track traverse and the turret traverse, in my opinion, could just be a little bit better, considering you do still have to put a lot of work into getting these tanks. You don't want to have to put so much work in these tanks and then you don't like the tank because it honestly does suck. I don't think it sucks like sucks. I just think it does suck a little bit, but not like too bad. There are worse tanks out there, but the fact that you'd still have to put a lot of effort in getting the tank, I feel it could just be a little bit better. I don't want it to be overpowered, of course. Like, no one wants the tank to be overpowered unless you own the tank. Then, of course, if you own a tank, you'd want it to be overpowered. But no one really wants a tank. They want it to be balanced, and that's the thing with this game. Like, they want tanks to be balanced. They want to have to, when you play it, of course, you're going to want it to be overpowered. But when you come up against it, you want it to be balanced. And I don't think this, I think it's still, it falls short of being balanced, in my opinion. I think it can be a little bit better. And even if they gave it better track traverse, I still don't think it will be overpowered. It will be okay. The tank will be okay. Because, again, the armor profile is okay. You're not going to bounce everything. The speed is what it is. You know, I don't care really if it's a slow tank, fast tank. We could work around that. I just feel that it needs a bit of that traverse. Honestly, it could do with a bit more traverse. And yeah, I'm now getting penetrated by everyone except for this guy. I managed to get bounced. So I'm just going to go forward and try to take this guy out. I may get shot down to a one shot, but let's try and get close to him. And you can see the armor can work. So yeah, but it just, look at it, just feels so slow, and it ruins the fun. You know, when you've got a tank so slow, I mean, the speed isn't great anyway. And when you've got a tank with the track traverse so slow, and it takes you freaking 2 hours to turn the whole tank 360 degrees, then yeah, it is boring, and it does honestly ruin the fun. Like, why would I want to play a boring tank? Yes, the gun's okay, it can do damage, but overall, it's a boring tank that I'm not going to play. So why should I put so much effort into getting this tank for free if I'm never going to play it? And people are still going to put the effort in, and that's for one reason, because they probably want the tier 9 tank, which I haven't played at the moment. After making this video, I still haven't played the tier 9, so I have no idea how it's going to play. But now I'm on a reload. I need to try and get a bounce. He's coming for me, and of course we do manage to get that bounce. So the armor profile, as I've just shown, it can work. Sometimes you're going to get bounces, sometimes you're not going to get bounces. We still managed to get 4k damage at the end of the day. So the gun's okay, but for me, honestly, it just needs a little bit more track traverse. That's all it needs. I'm not asking for any other buff. Like, a track traverse, honestly, will make the tank so much more enjoyable to play. That's all it needs. That's all it needs. That's not too much we're asking for, honestly. Like, I don't think that's asking for too much. I get it being this slow if you haven't grinded the whole thing, the whole modules. You know, if you haven't grinded the whole modules, then yeah, I get that it may be a lot slower. But the fact we are there, we're all the way at the end. We've got the best tracks, best everything, and it's still that slow. It is just, it's just slightly disappointing, and it is what it is. But of course, tomorrow we will be playing the other brand new tank, the tier 9, the Argonaut. Yes, the Argonaut. Now look at this. How ugly is this thing? That is ugly. I mean, I get, again, some people are going to like the tank. Some people are going to love the look of the tank. I think this tank looks absolutely hideous. Let's hope it plays better than it looks. But tomorrow, hopefully, we will find out. So that's it. Let me know what you think of these Season 5 tanks, especially the Tier 8 one that we have just looked at today, which is, of course, the Quetzal, the Quetzal. I don't freaking know, and I don't care. Hope you enjoyed today's video. I'm meadsy69, and I'll catch you all soon. Bye-bye.